feeling when you said that we were going to be the same, but, you know.
Yeah.
3 dragons and a frog.
3 dragons and a lonely frog horror. So.
Ribbit.
Indeed. I don't know. I think I tossed this back. Like, this is okay, but like, I don't like keeping that. So we'll mulligan, get our free mulligan in, see what it looks like. That's better. It's a little better.
Somehow in a deck with 40 lands, I have 1 land, so we're mulliganing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm running 38 and I had 2, and I wasn't.
I had 0, so.
Oh no.
They'll lose.
Yeah. Okay, let's turn that down there. We're gonna keep. Three dragons and a frog sounds like a convoluted love story, says Beanside. Or says Mino, rather. Oh, man. I hope everybody's having a good weekend so far. Mine has been pretty lazy. Trying to stay ahead of this cold thing.
Yeah, I had a cold this week, too. I'm just getting over it myself, so...
Yeah.
I can feel your pain.
Yeah, I missed a couple of days of work, and I was just... like, it's one of those where I normally would have gone in, but I had... Monday night, I think it was. Like, Monday I left... Yeah, Monday I left because I was starting to feel it, and then I took the rest of the day off. And then I took NyQuil that night, and I woke up Tuesday, and I was just out of it all Tuesday, but I still went to work. And then I went into work Wednesday, feeling a little bit better, but I worked way too long. And then I took NyQuil again that night, and I woke up and I was just like, nah, I'm not going to work feeling like this. It's just not a great feeling. Ooh. Well, I still think this is the right one.
That's one of my favorite turn 2 plays, too.
So. Yeah. Mostly it was fine. The tail end of the week was not great. I'm sorry, Mino.
Mine was pretty good. I cleaned my car out and found a deck box under my seat that had some really good cards in it.
Nice. That's always fun, just finding the random cards. Stalling the Space said, I opened a pack of MM17 and got a foiled Blood Moon and a Liliana. Nice.
That's a really good pack.
Yeah. I have not updated the commanders. Sorry. It's me, your dad. I am playing Vaevictis Asmadi. And we've got Arcades, Gitrog Monster, and Vaevictis.
Perfect.
I have not actually uploaded the deck to Stream Decker yet either. I forgot to do that today. I was still kind of blah most of the day, you know.
You could say you had a frog in your throat.
I could say that. Ew.
He's hoping to dodge it this game.
Keep them all. Keep them all, Jeremy. You know you want to keep them all.
Sure, why not?
You sure did.
'Cause they're not terrible, honestly. Keep them in ramp twice? Sure, why not?
No one stop him. He's ramping too much.
Left a large portion of the Mina and Denai building at a friend's house in another town, so yeah. Oh, that stinks. Probably gonna be another week before I can go get it. Well, at least you know where it's at. Is it true I modeled for the Taunos art? That is not true at all. I haven't... Do I look like that? Does that art look like me? I haven't actually looked at it up close. A little bit, yeah. I can see it.
This is absolutely riveting.
Oh, the Tons.
Riveting all day long. It's a E-Price, I think, Mino. Yeah, E-Price, there you go. Am I excited for C18? Yes and no. Like, I am excited for the new cards that are in it. I think that the Planeswalkers are kind of neat. They lead you into different directions, but I get why people are kind of upset at some of the stuff that's going on, because WotC told us that the decks all had themes, which I don't think they really did. Like, they told us they had Tribal last year, I think, was like the theme for all of them. But before that, there was not really a lot of, hey, these are the full themes of all the decks or anything.
And I think they missed the nail on a couple of the themes that they said were supposedly for the decks.
Yeah, that's kind of what it was, is that they said, here are the themes, but the problem is that the themes in most decks have always been just a little bit diluted. Like, they've always had multiple themes, because there's always been like the main theme for the main commander, and then the themes for like the two other legendary creatures. And so the whole deck has always had like sort of sub-themes that were like that. Like, even last year with the tribal stuff, they had like Vampire Aggro was Edgar, and then there was like Life Gain with Lycia. And then there was like kind of like a Mardu control almost with the other one. So that's just kind of how all the decks have been. But when they said, hey, Jund is lands matter, and then the commander is like kind of a lands matter deck, and it can get out of hand quickly, but they don't actually, and then there's other themes in there. It's just kind of difficult for them to. You're raising people's expectations a little too high, I think, is the problem.
Yeah, it's really more Jund stuff rather than Jund lands matter.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's some land matters, and then there's some like combat, basically, with the spider, and then there's
some graveyard stuff.
Yeah, and then there's like some pseudo graveyard stuff with the other one. So it's just kind of there,
I mean, I really like that Hydra. That Hydra's cool.
The Hydra is sweet. I like the flavor of it, and I think that it'll be good in certain decks, and I could see people actually making a deck around it. But yeah, I'm interested. Go ahead.
I also like that Chameleon Hydra. It's adorable.
Yeah, the flying killer.
Yeah. That thing is pretty sweet. Yeah, there's some good cards in the decks, and I know people are upset, like, oh, there isn't the super high dollar reprints and stuff, but that's never really been about what the decks are for me. So I guess I just don't get that complaint too much.
I'm just surprised they didn't put in either Gitrog or Angry Omnath in the Lands Matter deck.
Yeah, I could see something like that.
They're fairly cheap, so it's not even like a matter of like, oh no, people won't snap them up. They're just not in there for some reason.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, there's a couple of cards where I'm kind of like, oh, well, that would have been a good include. But, I can understand, like, maybe they didn't want to at this time or something. But it's also one of those things where I think people are disappointed with these ones, but it's also been, like, one of the best years for Commander products, like, in total. So,
Battle Bond.
Yeah, like, between Battle Bond, Dominaria, like, Core 2019, just having the new Elder Dragons, stuff like that. There's just been a lot of really good products come out this year. So it's just... It's been a really good year, and I think that they've put in a lot of good stuff in other products, too. That we probably wouldn't have seen otherwise.
Yeah, Dominario is great for Commander.
I'm just interested in new commanders. The precons look like jank. I think the precons are fine. They're just going to be the precons. Just like, you know, precons were every other year.
Yeah, most of the precons are jank. They're fun, though.
I guess I'm gonna just sit and, reserve my judgment until I actually get to sit down and play with the 4 of them.
Yeah, that's like another big thing. Is just finally getting to get your hands on them and stuff. Oh, I thought that was 1 for some reason. That was real dumb of me. Yeah, I thought I had 1 more than I did. That was dumb. Well, I guess this is fine. We're not going to get in. I do like the new commanders a lot. Steven will be able to cast a land. That is pretty exciting for him.
Oh, yeah.
I think Zancha looks really cool, too.
Yeah, Zancha looks hilarious.
That one looks cool. Amanatu, I think, could have some real potential. That's one of those weird ones where it's like most of the main commander like face cards, the other 3 are actually pretty straightforward because like Lord Windgrace, you want it to be a lands deck. With Saheeli, you want it to be an artifacts deck, and with what's the other one? I'm blanking all of a sudden. The Bant one. You want it to obviously be an enchantment deck. But with Amanatu, it's like you could do just a lot of really cool value stuff. I'm still sad we got Taunos before Urza. You got Urza's head.
That's all you really need.
Well, we've had Blind Seer for years.
Yeah, exactly. Understandable. I think the negative opinions I've seen on places like EDH, Reddit are kind of ridiculous. Precons are meant as an entry point for newer players into the format, so putting cards like Sensei's Divining Top in the decks make little sense. Yeah, I think that's part of it. I mean, like, obviously the power level of some of the cards is still going to be pretty high, but I have seen a lot of complaints online, and I think it's been partly the value and partly the just the
whole raising the price $10 didn't really help either in that case, if we're being honest.
It's only $5 from the last time, right? Because they're 40 now.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
They were 35 previously, but they were 30 prior to that. But this is also the 7th year they've had them. I think 6th, because they originally came out.
Year, right?
They originally came out in 2011.
And they skipped 2012.
And then they skipped 2012, so yeah, it's the 6th iteration of them. So, like, I can kind of see it. I get the idea of, like, oh, they've raised the price, but they didn't put in, like, high-value reprints or whatever, and I guess I get that, but, like, I don't really know, you know?
I mean, I think there's still plenty of fair value at a $40 MSRP.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree with that, totally.
Like, most of the time when I've bought them, I bought them in 2013 and I've kept them together. Like, that's just one of the things. I still have all 5 2013 decks sleeved up in a single long box, just ready to go in case people want to play those, you know? That's just kind of what I use them for. And then I bought, like, I think I bought, like, the Vampires one, the Wizard one, what else was there? I think I got the Elf one. And then like one or two others from previous years. And like I've mostly kept some of those together. Like the elf one is just still together. The vampire one I kind of broke apart to make like a Lycia deck. But those are also just my like low power EDH decks, you know? If I just want to play against like a newer player, or if I just want to play something fair, I'll just break one of those out. But for Gen Con next week, which if you're going to be there, come by, say hi. I'll be at the Ultra Pro booth. The rest of the guys will be at the Star City Games booth, and we will all be around afterwards. I'm going to try and figure out a day we can all play together or with people, you know, and see if we can get there into the Magic area later. But I will be bringing my two main decks, which is the Maelstrom Wanderer and Tasker decks, and hopefully I will have a bit more Maelstrom Wanderer stuff, because looking to upgrade some of the other cards too. The ones I bought are Duretti and Brea, so apparently I've got a thing for artifacts. Nice. Got a Nalia last year, and I worked on Kess's Spellslinger deck. The new commanders are awesome for brews for sure. I wish I could go to Gen Con. Yeah, this is my 7th year going, I think, to Gen Con in a row, and I just help. Aww.
Everyone loses a little something.
You monster!
I see what you're doing, Gitrog. You gotta go.
I guess. Yes, villainouswealth.deck. Orkin69, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub, 6 months in a row. Woo-hoo-hoo!
You know, I could have attacked you, Thromok, but I went after Jeremy.
Yeah.
I wasn't the right person to attack anyway.
And this is how you pay me back.
You lost the least out of everybody, let's be honest.
Yeah, the Commander Anthology decks are also good for that. I think the power levels on the Anthology decks are a little weird because, you know, they're not decks that are balanced against each other necessarily, since there's one from each year.
Yeah, we played one with the first Anthology, and it was like, oh, you're the Marin or the Elves deck? Well, you're just probably going to win.
Yeah, as you saw from it was just the one game, but our Anthology 2 just seems like Atraxa's just head and shoulders better than the other ones.
Yeah, with the first one, it feels like either the Elves get out to a quick victory, because they're elves and they do that, or Marin just wins from grinding forever.
Yeah. Let's put that.
Do you really
there.
have to destroy my Blighted Woodland too?
Oh yeah.
Apparently. Take that. Hata.
I've played a Gitrog deck before. I know what's going on over there.
Cats are trying to get into this room, but I am not going to take it.
Frog. You're all dragons, and I'm a frog. Come on.
Yeah.
To be fair, your frog's apparently just as big as our dragons.
Well, you've seen bullfrogs before. Come on.
That's a really big bullfrog.
While I'm at Gen Con, take a picture of the 10th anniversary edition of Pandemic while I'm there? Sure thing. I'll be looking at that one. My playgroup had to roll for who got Atraxa. She's so powerful compared to the other decks in the Anthology. Yeah, for sure.
I'm glad there's no new creatures that really void every other commander that would fit into that same archetype, like Atraxa kind of did.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. After comboing my Duretti list and combining my Duretti and Sahili list, I've only managed to go over about 20 cards, which is personal accomplishment. Nice. So, I don't know if you've checked out the Season 2 spreadsheet and checked some of the prices on there, but man, there have been some real big drops. Like, it's actually
deep discounts.
It is actually reasonable to put Command Tower in your decks now.
What's that at now? I didn't see that.
I think it's at like 40 something.
Okay, so still pretty expensive.
Still kind of high, but it's not like implausible. Like, if you have like a 5-color deck or a 4-color deck and you really, really want that extra tap one of any color or whatever. It's just not, $1 something or $2 something or whatever it is. Wish I could go to Gen Con. Critical Role is doing a live session. Yeah, they did one last year, I think, too. A couple of years ago, they actually... Matthew Mercer came by the booth, and I had no idea who he was at the time. Like, I recognized him, but I hadn't watched Critical Role. And I was like, oh, yeah, I kind of recognize you. I was like, yeah, you do the DM thing for the Geek and Sundry. And he's like, yep. And I was like, okay, cool. And one of the other guys I was volunteering with, like, was kind of fanboying out and asked for a picture and everything. And I was like, oh, this is cool. And only then, like, a month and a half later, did I find out he also did the voice for McCree in Overwatch. And I was like, oh, man. Now I feel dumb. $32.32 is actually how much Command Tower's at right now.
Yeah, my Season 1 Faucet deck is now down to like 250 or 260.
Oh, yeah. I've had, I went through a bunch of my decks, and I think I only have, like, 2 that actually are over budget now. And so, even some of the ones where I couldn't play them last season have gone down tremendously. And I'm just like, wow, I can actually afford to put more things in here. Yeah, the cast of Critical Role is definitely stacked with talent. There's a bunch of really good people in there, a bunch of good voice actors. Am I wrong for thinking the Gilded Lotus-esque card in the Artifact deck seems kind of bad? Which one is that again?
It's the draw 3 for 6 mana, and it taps for 3, and then I guess your opponent gets it if they hit you, if I remember correctly. I
think that's what it was, yeah. Yeah, I don't think that one's super great. The upgrade engine, though, is real nice. The one that's like, pay 3 to untap it, I think? Or 1 to untap it, something like that. And then you can pay 1 and tap it, create like a 1/1 servo, pay 1 and tap it and sacrifice a servo to make a Thopter, and then pay 1 and tap, sacrifice a Thopter to make like a 4/4. That one seems pretty sweet. Coveted Jewel, yeah. If they attack you and you can't block, they get it. Yeah.
There's so many more targets you could have used instead of that. So many more targets.
You can have Gitrog or Excavator, not both.
Yeah, Ashley Johnson's in the cast of Critical Role as well. She's really good. She's been in a bunch of stuff. She was actually in, was it The Avengers? She just had a small part. Retrofitter Foundry. Yeah, that one's super fun. You could take a selfie with the guy who did voices for Quake 2, would you? I'm not sure, because I didn't play Quake 2 very much. When I was in high school, our games of choice were Tribes, or Tribes 2, I think. Dawn of War, Battlefield 1942, Medal of Honor Allied Assault, and a couple others. That was like our high school LAN party games. So we never really got into Quake and Unreal and stuff like that too much. Old Dragon's Horde, eh?
If the shoe fits, wear it.
Yeah. Rar. Vaevictis Asmadi. Yep. Both of us are playing it. So yeah, there's a lot of really fun stuff to do at Gen Con, and I've gone and volunteered there pretty much every year for the last 7 years. It's tons of fun.
You're volunteering to work at Ultra Pros, Bruce? So you're not getting, like, they're not covering your expenses to be there?
No, they always cover expenses. I volunteered working for Stoneblade, which is the company that actually made
Ascension, right?
Ascension
Yeah.
for quite a few years, and then they sold their production rights to Ultra Pro, and it was kind of volunteer. Like, they paid for most of the stuff. They paid for your badge and your hotel and all that stuff, and now it's actually now they actually pay a little bit, so it's actually a little bit nicer. Probably wasn't the best idea. But I'll leave it for that. Yeah, Asmadi on Asmadi action. Yep. Have to play versus 3 Elder Dragons at my LGS versus my Brawl deck turned Commander deck. Sandworm Convergence is now my favorite card. Sandworm Convergence is a real card.
I love Stanwood Convergence.
Hey, Crumb Master. We are playing 3DH. I'm on Vaevictis. We've got Arcades over here, Gitrog over here, and Vaevictis over here. Built mine with a bunch of Sacrifice Matters synergy. That and all permanents with Primal Surge. Yeah, I debated on doing a Primal Surge version of this deck. Seems like it could be a lot of fun. I have yet to pull the trigger on one of those for real. Because the last time I played a Primal Surge deck...
Jeremy cut out for anybody else?
Hello? Can you still hear me? Hello? Nope. Wrong button. Let me disconnect and reconnect. Hey, can you still hear me? Hello? Hello? Test, test. Yeah, Discord chat just died apparently. Oh well. I'm gonna try and hop back in and see if it'll pop up. If it does, that's good. If not, whatever. But yeah, Primal Surge deck, the only one that I actually played was the There was one on Commander Versus, and I ended up playing a Villainous Wealth in the deck anyway. So that was kind of funny. Hello?
We can hear you now.
Ah, cool.
Discord almost
There we go.
broke.
Yep, almost died. So yeah, that was like one of the few times that I actually played a Primal Surge in a deck. Hey, Mr. Three Machine. We were discussing that a little bit earlier. I'm actually pretty fine with the decks themselves, the Commander 2018 decks. It's just more of a, is it going to be worth it to people to get the full decks and everything? And I think they're very good against each other, just like every year.
They actually put Wraths and targeted removal in this year, which they hadn't in the past. So that's nice. You can actually come back from falling behind, which used to be very hard when you're playing them out of the box.
Mm-hmm. There'd be like a Swords to Plowshares or like a Path to Exile or something like that, or like Anguished Unmaking or something like that in like one or two of the decks, but not a lot of Wraths and stuff.
Yeah.
They're they're not awful. I think people are just upset because, like I said before, I think they're mainly upset because the themes were announced, and they were announced as a single unifying theme for each deck, and people got excited for that theme, but every deck, every precon from every year has always had multiple like sub-themes going on. And so it wasn't like all hardcore Jund lands and Bant enchantment and stuff like that. So people were kind of upset by that. They were expecting more out of it, The lands deck overall might seem like the weakest. I think Lord Windgrace has a pretty high threshold, though. I think you could do some silly things with that commander. I think the Saheeli deck has pretty much like one of the ones where you could spend like the least amount of cards upgrading it and still be fairly competitive. The volume level?
Shenanigan.
What's up with the volume level?
I don't know, it sounds fine to me.
Okay.
Yeah, sound fine to me too.
No
Yeah,
problems here.
Okay, maybe my volume's too high on the OBS again.
That excavator didn't stay away very long.
Sure did. Somebody else is turning to policing now, right?
Let me see if I can... Do I have that on here? Playback. Oh, wrong one. Guess I don't have it on here. Just super loud coming here from the SEG stream. Yeah, the SEG stream's a little quiet. Something we've been working on. We're actually going to be doing a pretty big overhaul look at the streaming setup after Gen Con. What's that, Saga? The Mending of Dominaria?
Yep, we're fixing some Dominarias here. Dominarias tend to be a bit of a fixer-upper because of all the apocalypses that happen, but you'll find that they're a good, steady base for anything.
The Esper one, 2 cards and you got a win count. But there's Yeah, because there's infinite combos in the Amanatu deck. Because you just put like Felidar Guardian in, and then something else, and you can do the same sort of Saheeli type action. Where as long as you've got some like another card, you could gain infinite life or something like that. Have they ever said if when they're doing the console version of MTG Arena? No. They haven't actually said that out. Yep. They're working on it. I assume they're working on it. I'm waiting for the mobile version as well. I think once they put on that on mobile, there'll be a lot more people joining in. I know I'll play it a ton more.
Yeah, the mobile version is the most important version they need to get out.
Yeah.
It's on you, Esper.
I'm stuck on... Damn it, did it disconnect on me without telling? Great. Hang on.
Okay. Yeah, I think because, again, like the laptop is the only one that my wife's laptop's the only way I have to play it right now. So, if it comes to mobile, I'll probably play it a ton more. I'll probably like play it on my lunch break and stuff and try and get through some of the quests and get some gold and stuff. Broken Harbinger, I'm guessing you saw how good Chainveil is with Estrid. Yeah, enchant it and then go infinite with 2 enchant lands. Yep. Saw that one.
I'm so glad that I already had Chainveil.
Yeah, that one's pretty nuts. Yeah, Ravenfuller says, Felidar Guardian and Alter the Brood with Amanatu, rather. There's a couple of different ones, because it's like Felidar Guardian plus X that cares when creatures or permanents enter the battlefield, because you just Felidar Guardian, blink Amanatu, comes into play, you -1 it, blink Felidar Guardian, and it's just the same sort of thing with Saheeli, Rai, and so it just blinks them back and forth over and over again. So if you have something that cares about like a creature coming into play, like Soul Warden or whatever the one is, the one drop, and then Alter the Brood, anything like that cares about permanents or creatures coming into play. Ricker, in a non-budget deck for Vaevictis, would you prefer playing a top card matters kind of thing or just a very heavy permanent deck? I think you want ways to manipulate the top of your library, but also just like Primal Surge permanence is also a fine way to go.
I think the one card that disappointed me the most out of the new stuff they spoiled was the new Ninja Lord, because there aren't enough ninjas to actually build a halfway decent tribal deck.
Oh yeah, because it's just the black-blue.
Yeah, there's like 3 good ninjas.
I mean, there's Deep Hours. There was the one
like 8 total.
There was the one that came on the Planeswalker deck. That's like the clone. And then there's probably only a few really.
There's like Red Eyes or whatever the rat's name is.
Yeah. Yep. What do I think of the Esper Zombies commander? I think that one's pretty sweet. I want to see it in action.
Now we're waiting on Thromock.
Yeah, I'm just debating on this tutor here.
Yeah,
okay.
He's actually got the tutor going. So
I thought I had one, but I don't have it in the deck list, so now I'm plan B.
You add red and white for the Jeskai clan. Return to Kami. Yeah. I think there's a lot of really fun cards in the decks, and I think they'll do well on their like together as a set. But yeah, overall, I think compared to like basically if they come out with if they come out with a Commander anthology and one of these decks is in it, it's probably going to be a little bit weaker against some of the other year's decks. But it really depends, because like we were talking, like a couple of the decks have Wraths, so.
Now the question is what are you going to target with that there?
Got a lot of choices here.
Like, the choice I'd make would be literally all the commanders on the field right now.
It's probably not bad. Yep, that's the thing.
That's
Figured.
the question is do I want him to have Harvester of Souls or not?
I don't think you're that upset about it.
No, that's fine.
Would you play Vaevictis Asmadi in the Dragon EDH paper deck? I think so. I think Vaevictis is a good add to the Dragon deck.
To be honest, I think all of the Elder Dragons sans the one is halfway decent.
Yeah.
Dredge 4, none of them were lands. Great.
Yeah, that stinks. Yes, I would like to do that. We're going to do that. Dragons are good in a dragon deck. Confirmed. Yes, Ricker, thank you. I think that
Actually, they're terrible.
Yeah. I think that the out of the 5 Elder Dragons, like you said, that there's 4 good ones. I'm not quite sure about the which one is it that has hexproof until it attacks?
The Naya one.
Yeah, that one's just kind of eh.
That one's just boring.
So do that. Do I want to do that? Nah, we'll let that happen. Any thoughts about any of the new cards that may show up in other formats? Not really. We'll keep that flesh bag on top, thanks. Everybody sacrifice another permanent without getting another benefit.
Well, will this benefit now?
Thoughts on the C18 precons unstable? We've been talking about that a little bit. It's been pretty interesting. Just kind of I think they're fine, and they're not nearly as bad as everybody thinks they are.
Well, this is annoying. I literally just deconned again.
Oh no. I'm sorry, man.
At least I realized immediately because it was on my response when it happened.
Now Jeremy's untapping with a full grip plus.
Yep.
Everyone's having a turn, you know?
Everyone has a turn. You pre-ordered the full set of C18 precons for $109 on eBay. Fairly disappointed, to be honest, debating canceling the pre-order.
I think it's fine for that price.
Yeah, I think that's completely reasonable.
Because that's the other thing with the precons too, is a lot of people tend to overhype or underhype when they're spoiled until they actually see the interactions once people have had a chance to brew with them. Because I remember specifically even people complaining about the Wizards deck last year, and it ended up turning out to be one of the best-selling ones because of the cards in it.
Yeah. I don't know. There's definitely, like, cards that I am interested in buying, but...
The Wizards deck was a giant pile with the 2 best commanders of that year in it.
Right.
Well, one of the commanders had an outlet outside of Commander.
Yeah. Okay, so...
I'm guessing that's Kess.
Yeah.
Oh, this is just mean. I hope you know that this is not personal, but it kind of is.
Wow.
I'm gonna pay.
Really? That'd be mad.
Pay 5. Destroy that dragon.
Oh man.
Not gonna lie, I saw a Crux of Fate pop up there, and I had to make sure I reread that I was reading the right one because I was about really sad.
The rare other mode of Crux of Fate.
Yeah.
If you took the other one, we all could have drawn a ton of cards.
Just destroy target dragon.
I mean, to be fair, he was the only one who really benefited off of that Vaevictis swing, so...
Yeah.
Hey, look, we're both mending Dominaria.
That's the plan. A real fixer-upper is good. You need the black evoke creature that -3/-3s everything when it dies. Yeah, that one was actually pretty good. Return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand.
Yeah, that one's probably a worthy fit of Marin, honestly.
Yeah. Goes right into my Muldrotha deck. That's a good, yeah. It's a good one for that. And then I will discard. Pardon me. It's anger. And well, there we go. Can you evoke from Muldrotha? I believe so. Yeah. Yep.
You can invoke from Muldrotha. I've tried it with Muldrifter before.
Sweet. Yeah, so that would be pretty sweet. That's a good way to go. Not having money lately, I'm unable to buy it like I did last year, but there are about 5 cards that I want to buy for my enchantment deck and golem deck. Oh yeah, the new the like 5/3 trampler that's you can just cast your commander from the command zone without paying its cost or whatever. That card's super sweet.
Why couldn't he randomly be a colorless dragon from our dragon deck?
Raven says, I Muldrifted 7 times in one game last week. That's living the dream. There's Arcades again. Yeah, there's some super sweet cards. I'm very interested in them. Like I said, I've only bought like individual decks a couple of times. If I see one of the, like, I think I would probably go after the Esper one. If I were to see one in, but more than likely I'm just gonna get a couple of cards, if anything.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I took advantage of that same eBay deal to get a set at 109 on the. They had like a 15% discount code.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that must have been real good. Yeah, I'm just kind of, I don't know. I don't have a lot to spend on Magic, you know, so it's just one of those where I kind of be careful, and so that's why I kind of just concentrate on maybe just upgrading like a foil every now and then when I have some money for Maelstrom Wanderer or something. Because like every time I'm like, oh man, I really want to make this deck. Oh, right, it's going to cost me several $100s to do that. Right. And it's not going to be ready for, like, I actually pay for it the way that I'm probably going to end up paying for it, which is like a little bit at a time here and there. But I've been thinking about going through the collection of cards that I just have and just adding some here and there to a deck and just seeing what happens, you know? Instead of like finely tuning a deck. I always like the the stuff I own commander deck.
Right.
That's everyone's first commander deck.
Yeah. Just the people who play even like Legacy, and they're just like Esper cards from my binder or whatever. It's just always funny to me that when that kind of thing does kind of well, you know. Broken Harbinger, I was hyped for enchantments, then I had an identity crisis and couldn't decide on Voltron and Enchantress. I splurged and got a Metalworker from my Joyra deck, and it was really worth it. Yeah, I imagine. That seems sweet. Edric makes for super cheap deck. Yeah. I do have the Edric deck, and I've been debating on... I made a Lycia deck because I already had a sort of Mardu deck from a previous... I had Kalia originally, and then I turned it into Teriel, and then just kind of tore it apart because I never played it.
So does anybody get any graveyard hate to get rid of that anger?
What? Why would you do that?
My graveyard hates in the graveyard, so not right now.
Do I have all the 1-mana Death Touch creatures in Edric? No, I do not. I don't actually have the Edric. I made it into the Lycia deck to have like a life gain, draining gain deck, because that's one of the decks that I've wanted to make for a long while is a drain and gain. I've just never really put one together. It was just going to be black-white, but the red kind of helps a tiny bit with things like Blasphemous Act and whatnot. And just having a couple of big dumb angels like the Angel of Wrath or whatever. Or Fury, rather. A couple of big dumb creatures. But yeah, that's one I might just keep retuning because I've got it like half built. I also put in Volrath Stronghold, and it's an auto-include in my Jara deck. Yep. That's a good one, too. There's Vaevictis.
That's the thing.
Give the Chaos Warp.
Okay.
I'm just so tired of drawing lands and seeing lands.
Yeah. I think because I made this in a very short amount of time yesterday evening, and I again think I forgot to put in a reliquary tower after having a bunch of card draw. I'm really bad about
Gross.
remembering to include that. Listen, let's not do this, shall we?
Hey, your guy's not out there. We can be Dragon Bros.
Yeah, I don't believe you. I think you're gonna blow something up that I like up.
It's probably true of everybody if it makes you feel any better.
Do I become a mean
You
person?
can have 4 life instead.
I'm okay with this.
Nice. Very nice. Do I become a mean person and run Protean, Hulk, and Carador? I think Hulk is just... I think somebody else said it. Depends on what you do with the Hulk, yeah. Orkin also said it. I think it just kind of depends on what you're running.
Even value Hulks can be overwhelming, though.
That's true.
I played Hulk just for value in my Marin deck, and it's just like, well, I guess I win because I can get out 9,000 creatures.
Yep. Oh. Hmm. Okay. So that dies. World Shaper, eh? Yeah, sure. Hmm. Oh, sad face. Alright. What do I do?
Just saying, Jeremy, as long as Esperderic's Mending of Dominaria goes away before his turn, I think it'd be good for all of us.
Uh-huh. That looks a little more dangerous, honestly.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but that's his. He's not going to get rid of it.
Alright.
Here comes the wheel.
Cast Vaevictis. Attack over there since you're at 40. I'm going to do that, that, and that, and this. See how this works.
This vaguely annoys me.
Oh, Tangle Cord. Oh, that's in the back, isn't it? I didn't even look at that.
I'm glad your commander is dying.
Oh, gross.
Well,
It's not gonna work.
All right, because Arcades is about to die.
Yeah. Not quite how we wanted it, but... Oh!
Dragons!
Scourge of Valakut. Whew. That is spicy. Listen, we don't have to do this sort of nonsense.
You killed my commander, sir.
Yeah? Ooh. You put 4 lands into battlefield. You're good to go for game 2, Chaotic? Sweet. Is anybody else actually in that right now? Nope, just Chaotic, who switched places with Thromocking. So, if anybody would like to sign up, feel free. Targeting my Visceros here.
It was that or a piece of kelp, so, you know.
Yeah.
Those pieces of kelp are pretty vicious.
They are, let me tell you.
Nom nom.
Okay, you both have drawn way too many cards off these harvesters. Are so awesome.
What?
Right?
I think Jeremy and I both disagree with that statement.
Don't know what you're talking about. Alright. That was just the declare tax step.
Right?
Okay, and then I will also play this.
Sir.
Yes.
Gross.
Sacrificed.
He's gonna gain a bunch of life.
And a bunch of triggers.
Here. lately, can we mill Jeremy out plan?
Probably.
He's doing a good job of it himself.
Yeah. Alright, so... Counter there. Yes. Okay. Ugh.
Too bad you don't have Arcades out.
Yeah. But probably will, right? Cast it once. Or no, twice. And probably still afford it.
Oh yeah, you totally can, thinking about it.
Oh. Yep.
The strategy.
Now, the better question is who do I want to kill this turn?
Jeez.
Hey, Derp Attack. Thanks for coming by.
A lot of damage on that board.
Yup.
Yeah.
I mean, Gitrog's probably the most likely to win the game next turn.
How do you figure you've done everything you can to stop me? You're at 41 life.
Yeah, but I've got 9 power on board.
I have 2 power on
and
board.
no combo potential.
I assure you my hand does not have any combo pieces at the moment, or else I probably would have tried to kill you immediately after all that you've done to me.
I was going to say, but you can draw how many cards next turn without really even trying?
Not sure, actually. Not really as many as you think.
Thoughts on Magus of the Balance?
Also, he just shouldn't attack me.
It's a fair and
It
balanced
will be
card.
bad for him.
It would be bad to attack you?
Yeah.
That's a threat. I heard it.
That's not a threat. That's just me saying it would be bad to attack me.
Original Balanced ignored artifacts too, right? Or no?
No.
Yeah, it was just creatures, lands, and cards.
Okay.
Cards in hand? That was it? I thought it was creatures, lands, artifacts.
No, I think it's just those 3, but don't quote me on that.
Looking it up now on Gather.
Yeah, I cannot remember. It's been so long since I've actually played with
I thought it was all 4 too, but then I read the Magus, and all the Maguses have been true to the card, so I assumed I was just wrong.
No, that makes sense.
Trying to think of what Derek could have in his hand with that amount of mana that would not want me to attack him.
Balance is each player chooses a number of lands he or she controls, sacrifices or discards cards, and sacrifices creatures. Oh, okay, yeah. So that's it.
Yeah, it is the exact same.
Yep. Yeah, you're right. My bad. And Derp Attack says, speaking of the card Balance, that is the card for the reprint game. So if they were to reprint that now, or if they were to print that for the first time now, what would the what would the mana cost be?
4.
6.
I could see it being like...
I'd say somewhere in the 4 to 5 range.
Yeah, I could see it being like white 2 or white 3. Pretty easily.
Well, I gotta call Derek on it.
Ooh.
I literally just told you, do not attack me. But no one ever listens.
Got a sudden spoiling?
Yeah, I do. Except it's not letting me cast it.
Uh-oh.
Do I have to block first?
Yeah, you gotta wait for it. Pass through the blocks first.
Alright, so what do I want? Kill that thing.
Yep. It's a pseudo Wrath of God Mind Twist in Armageddon. Because it does say whoever has the lowest. Yeah. So it really kind of depends.
I did think it was kind of curious that they did that Magus.
It didn't let me cast it.
What?
I just took... Yeah, it literally just skipped through all of my possible steps, and I turned off auto yield.
Did you have a stop on blocks, though? On the blocking phase?
Yeah, I did.
Huh.
That's weird.
Well, I just took a bunch of damage I didn't need to. Thanks, game.
But given that balance is banned in Commander, I thought it was kind of curious that they decided to do a Magus of the balance.
Put it on a creature.
Yeah.
It's easier to kill a creature that needs to take a turn and, 5 mana to do it?
Sure, I mean, it's a lot more expensive.
So it's closer to what we were saying, like 5 mana, and a turn, unless you've got a haste and
Famine of the Forgotten Ways is legal, and they banned Biorhythm, so
yeah,
kind of deal. But that's 11 mana to play, or something like that.
With Magus, the Magus of the balance being a Mega Cycle, what would the green one be?
Eureka?
They already had Magus of the Libraries.
Yeah. Well, they've already had Magus of blank for everything else, but they're doing new ones in the Commander series over the last couple of years. Because they had Magus of Desire, or whatever, with the Mind's Desire one.
Right. Magus of the Wheels, the new red one.
Yeah. I think that's what it was.
And Magus.
I mean, it seems like they're doing like old school, sweet, like classic cards that you think of. So what's like a classic green sorcery or instant?
I think Eureka is probably it.
Yeah.
You can't really do like Magus of the Channel. Yeah, Magus of the Library.
Hilarious.
Magus of the Library is already a thing. Or Magus of the... Yeah, the Library. It's the Candelabra one, right? It was just reprinted in like Battle Bond. Magus of the Order. Natural Order.
Magus of Eureka does just kind of sound weird.
Yeah. Eureka mid prices via TCG Player Legends $462.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, green one is interesting. I'm not sure. Both Candelabra and Library are green ones.
Which is weird that they made Candelabra a color and not like a colorless creature.
Did Alexa try to call you? Oh, okay.
I wasn't here? No.
She just randomly turned on and said she was calling.
Oh. No.
And I don't know who she was calling.
I don't know. Was it like a call coming in?
No, because I said answer.
Oh.
And she said there's no incoming call.
That's weird.
Yes.
Time Spiral mid prices are $82.98 for Saga. Jeez. Magus of the Fast Bond. Magus of the Earthcraft. Just all of your lands get tap creature on tap target land or whatever it is.
Magus of the Order would kind of fit with the naming, the way they like to name those cards.
Yeah. Magus of the Hoof.
that just Crater Hoof?
Yeah. You do it again. Why? Why are we ghost quartering my stuff?
Because I needed to draw a card to try and not die, because the game skipped past my stage where I could cast Sun Spoiling and not take 40-odd damage.
Yeah, that makes sense. Don't remember the black one. The black one
Magus
was
of the Abyss.
Abyss, yeah.
And then Magus of the Coffers is the other one.
Yeah, Coffers was the other one. Yep. Magus of the Fog?
That is one Magus we do not need.
Oh yeah, Magus of the Will, based on Yogg-Will. Yeah, I don't know what the other green one would be. Green got a bunch of really big dumb creatures more than... They got spells, you know.
And things like Channel would just be stupid, you know, because it'd be like, yeah, I'll just play it. Why not? 40 mana? Sure, let's go.
Yep.
Magus of Tranquility.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of actual spells, because the ones that I'm coming up with are all permanents so far. Magus of the Wave.
Magus of the Damned for Bonfire of the Damned.
Yeah. I think it's just the green one was the one that's... Because the red one was Wheel. The black one was Will recently.
Will, yeah.
The blue one was Mind's Desire. And then this one was Balance. So they don't have a green one, a new green one yet.
This is probably why they're waiting till last to do the green one.
Yeah. Just because they can't figure out which one it really wants to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Magus. Just think up a random card and stick... Oh, come on!
Come
That's all
on.
you're doing.
Not letting me have any fun here.
He hasn't killed your commander yet.
Yet.
It's true.
I was going to do things with that card. Things like have more lands and shuffle my graveyard back into my library. And that was about it.
Yeah, if you weren't going to get like 7 lands, I probably would just let it happen.
Magus of Exploration? Nah, that's...
Azusa?
Because, like, Concordant Crossroads was when I was thinking that's a older card that sees play in Commander on occasion.
Yeah, Magus of the Crossroads would be pretty sweet.
But again, that's just one of those where it'd be like a weird thing where it'd have to be like a you get an emblem and all your creatures gain haste or something like that, you know.
Magus of the Vegetation for Explosive Vegetation.
Yeah. Magus of the Realms for Boundless Realms.
That would be good. You would just die to it more.
Yeah, I would die to it so many times. Has to be an iconic green spell. Yep. That's like Genesis Wave, Boundless Realms, but like old school ones are difficult.
I could see Magus of the Wave.
Magus. Oh, Berserk. Magus of the Berserk would be interesting. That's a good one I hadn't thought of. It'd be like a 1-mana 1/1 or 2-mana 1/1 or something for green and a colorless tap activate or something. Magus of the Lure.
That's just bad, though.
Yeah, there's several cards that do that now. Several creature cards that just have that tacked on now. So, I'm not sure about that one. Magus of the Berserk seems interesting. I think Wave is probably, like, the best one that's not super broken. Master of Regrowth. Yeah. I mean, that's just like...
Eternal Witness.
Yeah, that's just Eternal Witness at that point.
Magus of the Zenith, too.
Green Sun Zenith. Tacked on, yeah. Yeah, it's difficult because there's not as many really big... Magus of the Twister.
Magus of the Harvest. For early harvest.
Yeah. See that one. Yeah, I think the big problem is just that, like, a lot of the really good spells have come out more recently than the spells that the other Magus cycle cards have, that they're homaging or whatever, you know?
Could do Magus of the Rhythm.
Yeah, that's what I thought originally, too. It was like, well, they're already doing balance, might as well do Biorhythm. But... Magus of the Plow. Just put Plow under. Wow. Magus of the Hurricane.
Magus of the Stunted Growth. Magus of the Natural Eyes. Just the worst reclamation stage.
just like really, really bad spells. Magus of the Seasons Past. You've already got Seasons Past.
Magus of the Cultivate.
Lapis Dragon Queen. Boo.
Magus of the Reach.
Magus of the Glimpse could be cool. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, $10. Magus of the Glimpse. To hate on the blue player, Magus of the Tsunami. Magus of Llanowar. It's just a 1/1 for one that taps for 1.
We have one called Elvish Mystic.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think a lot of people would be okay with another one.
Just another one.
Yeah. Oh look, I disconnected again. That's great. Thank you, Miko, for being a quality
program.
Not even telling me. I have to guess.
Yeah. Magus of the Crops for crop rotation, just mono green Knight of the Reliquary.
Magus of the Harmonize.
Yeah, just tap, sacrifice, draw 3 cards. Magus of the Vow. Kamal Struitic Vow. Just reprinted already. Magus of Scrying for Scrying Sheets. Magus of the Wind for borrowing the East Wind. Deal X damage to creatures with horsemanship.
Question is, does he have another dragon? Of course he does.
Magus of riding the Delu horse.
There you go. Magus of the Company. Magus of the Natural Balance. Yeah,
I like that one. I like that one.
I said
that one.
Natural Balance, which is each player controls 6 or more lands, chooses 5 lands they control, and sacrifices the rest.
Yeah, I've cast that on you, Jim.
You have. This is some targeted harassment, sir.
You've had your drawing fun.
Considering pretty much every removal spell he's cast has had me involved in some way.
Fine. Fine.
You didn't finish the Harvester off?
There's another trigger.
The trigger's on the stack, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna die.
No. But my poor little laboratory maniac, he's doing nothing.
Magus.
It says you win the game on the text of the card.
Please note, it says when I have no library. I've got 72. You guys have way less than I do.
Magus of the Wall. It's just an 0/4 for 2.
I'm nowhere near.
Magus of Blossoms. It's just a reprint of Wall of Blossoms.
Yeah. Magus of the Fittest.
Are you kidding me? Thank you, Nico. I might just concede here just to keep you guys from not having to deal with this.
Oh, does it just keep disconnecting over and over again?
That would be time 4.
Yeah. Quality program. Does what it can. Magus of borrowing 100,000 arrows.
That's a blue card, sir.
Yep.
We're dealing with green cards.
Oh, people are just putting all sorts of suggestions. Magus of the Orb. Flip and flip some more. Mr. 3 Machine says, Commander 2019, Affinity for Magus. When a Magus you control leaves the battlefield, you may return it to your hand. There's just all sorts of nonsense. It's great. I should play that card on Commander versus... Oh, the Natural Balance card for the troll value. Might as well, since I'm losing it. Magus of the Fallen Star, jeez.
Now, just so you know, if you attack Esper or I, it activates Jeremy's blood sheet.
Yeah, I know. It's going to Jeremy.
What? Okay. We don't need to talk about that. Magus of the Horde. How about Magus of the Party Girls? Magus of Humility. Ugh. We already have that.
He pretty much has to block here or die.
Yeah.
Oh, play Borrowing the East Wind for troll value? Oh, Magus of the Cord. That's an interesting one. It's going to have all of those lands come back in. And now...
You blew up mine, so I don't feel bad for you.
I'm so sad. Should make a list of Maguses that the chat room comes up with. That's a free SCG article the chat's just giving you. Well, if I wrote articles, maybe. That would be great, though. Magus of the Omen. I just want a cheaper prismatic Omen. Alright. Can't quite do what I want to do, but...
Isn't that the wrong Jund commander to be playing with Kobold?
Not if I just want to sacrifice a Kobold.
Or
Sir.
Sir?
Nice. I was like, hey, maybe I'll force Jeremy to play defensive, or
Or I'll just do whatever I want because I know I'm going out. I am going out swinging.
I want to party with that guy.
Hey, Pellador. I'm about to go all nutso. Magus of the Didgeridoo. That's a good one, too.
Magus of the Magus.
I'm gonna die as I lived. Swinging for the fences. This is game 1 or the very rarely game 2. This is game 1. We usually try to get 2 games in. It's looking like game 2 might come up quick.
The anger, right.
Spin that wheel. No, this creature is out there already, his commander. Then he just got the other one with haste, because that's what Helm does.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it gives it haste. The Kobold has haste too, but it's...
Oh, yeah.
Alright, let's do that. And that. And that nonsense. And this for me.
Really? You're targeting my commander again?
There's been an awful lot of dragon on dragon crime this game, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
An awful lot of commander killing this turn, too. None of us can keep a commander on the field very long. Something about 2 Vaevictis Asmadis that make it hard to keep things on the field.
It's true.
I'm going to be going for my my commander versus point of casting my commander 4 more times.
Let's pull up this signet. See what we get. Took a bit to find that. Ilian's hosting up 5 years. Thank you so much for the host, Ilian. Why is the Kobold not swinging? I know, right?
That'll teach him.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm taking 6 cards if he's going to take 2 of mine.
but I'm giving you 2 new ones.
That's fine. You're also taking the only creature that could have blocked you.
I traded in a signet for a signet. Oh, and I revealed Hero's Downfall. Sad face. I feel like I am dead. What, with no blockers now?
I mean, you didn't have to kill my board.
I didn't have to, but it was fun.
Ooh, that's an Ugin.
Oof.
Hey, look, it's an Ugin.
All right. I am looking at death. You should probably mill Esper Derek.
I mean, unfortunately, I know he's got Setting Spoiling in his hand.
I do, because I tried to cast it last turn.
But if you mill him before you kill Jeremy...
No, you don't kill me.
I mean, if he doesn't, I'm going to try, damn it.
I know you will.
Wait, not Esper. Probably DC to kill.
Still in the chat. Yep. Oh, yeah, there he goes. Yeah. Should still have space in game 2. If anybody wants to join, we got Chaotic. It's actually in that one.
I mean, I'm in the unfortunate position of if I swing at Esper, he uses Sudden Spoiling, and his Ugin stays alive, and he cleans my board. Or I don't swing at him and I kill Jeremy, and he still clears my board.
Magus of the
You're
Twiddle.
correct.
Rush had Cobalt for days. He's probably not even noticing he's missing one. Nice throwing. Yeah. Eugene is $47.45.
But
Promo
in mid-go,
much cheaper.
what, 13 cents or something, I think now?
Yeah. 13 cents for the promo version on Mitgo, or $170 for the promo version in paper. Your choice. Your choice.
And you don't even get the sweet Raymond Swanland art.
Right? There's also, what was the other? Vampiric Tutor. Which has admittedly gone down in price, but it's still like a couple of cents online now.
Yeah.
Compared to still like what? Why did you change the game to play Magic Duels of the Planeswalkers? What is this? 1001 spikes? What? Let me update it myself.
Well, I can't kill Jeremy now.
Yay!
You're welcome, Jeremy.
I like kind of not dying. Changed it back, hopefully that fixes it.
Well,
Wow.
that's their land.
Yay! Blood Chief Ascension trigger.
And I played bad magic because I could have just killed Derek there.
Yeah.
I forgot about Blood Chief Ascension.
I gained a whole 2 life.
Yeah, but I think if I would have done it in response, I wouldn't have lost my commander.
Oh, yeah.
Because the stack would have emptied.
Eugene, exile all 6. Listen, alright? We don't need this nonsense.
It's gonna go really, really good with the 5 land hand I have.
Pardon me. Do. We don't need that. That dragon's horde, right? That's what we don't need.
It does represent 3 cards, you know?
And I'm gonna kill that.
Boo. Boo earns.
That's the better choice.
Boo earns. We were having fun with multiple Vaevictis triggers. Didn't want to target the signet?
No, I'm good. This is 80% of my budget, or 80 cents of my budget.
Wow, squandered resources.
I think we just lose here.
Nah, I can't kill you guys.
Yeah, I should have just killed Derek. I forgot that the Blood Chief Ascension was active.
Do. We'll take care of that.
Absolutely fair. Right choice.
We'll just take care of that now. While we have the chance.
And he still leaves the sudden spoiling mana up.
Of course.
Well, yeah.
I'm at 13 life. I'm gonna leave it up.
Oh, man. I thought I was going to be dead before my next turn.
I was trying, but Derek said no.
Barmaki might still do something crazy. Never know.
It's always the goal, right? Try and doing something crazy.
Yeah.
I can say honestly, unfortunately, Intruder Alarm is too expensive for this format.
Yeah. Seems like it's up there.
It's like a 1.27 ticks, I think.
Oof, yeah.
Well, we're still wheeling.
Yep. Utvara, Altvara, Headkite. Yeah.
I love that card.
Yeah. That card seems like it's going to deal 12 damage to something. Probably my face.
We are not wheeling. I'm surprised.
Oh, I guess it doesn't... The token isn't tapped and attacking. It just makes a token. Zerpzak, what is the one card you thought was really, but it turned out pointless and dumb? Like, what card did I think was going to be really good, but turned out pointless and dumb? I've been excited about a few cards that were not good. I think Kamal's Druidic Vow looked way better than it actually turned out to be. But I think you have to build a deck around that card. Like, you already have to be kind of in a legendary, you know...
Well, someone's dead.
It's probably me. At this point. Yeah, Kamal's Druidic Vow.
That's only 14 damage.
Uh-oh. Oh yeah, because that doesn't make that. Yep. Same goes for the other way. What's a card that looked bad but turned out to be really good? I don't know. It's a card that was bad that turned out to be good.
You could have just killed Derek.
Not if he has sudden spoiling.
That's true. But you would have made him use it, and then Jeremy could have wheeled.
No defaulting the Lionite Diamond? No.
And I think it would have gotten rid of the delayed trigger. You would have probably kept your Polygon.
I'm okay with Kolaghan. Keep coming back to my hand. Keep him where he's safe.
Yeah, I can't think of a one that I thought was going to be really bad that turned out to be good. At least not recently.
else my dragons hadn't munched in you at all, Beansy.
God Pharaoh's Gift. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one to kind of... It's one of those where I think I just dismiss that kind of thing, rather than think it's, like, outright bad. I'm just kind of like, yeah, okay, I could see the potential, but it's probably not going to do much. That doesn't do much right now. Ol Omnath. Locust.
Still angry.
Of
It's the angry
Rage.
potato.
There's only one thing angrier. It's me right now.
Rawr. Oh, man.
Remember, kids, Mitgo is fun, but use it responsibly.
Right?
Yeah.
Don't throw it out of down a pit if it does things like that. You still need it to play these games you like.
Yep.
Gross. Oh, I'm dead.
Piers Whim. Finally get to actually cast this card.
I have no enchantments to or artifacts to blow up right now
Nope.
because they've all already been blown up.
Choose for throw mocking. Foe.
Oh.
Foe. Friend.
Come on, why didn't you call me a friend? Come on, I have nothing.
Yeah, I think we just do that.
Kind of weird. It makes you turn in choose in reverse turn order.
Yeah, that was a little odd. All these creatures.
Well, actually, he's got to decide here, because if he kills me, then he's just dead to the crackback elsewhere.
Well, I'm dead to the crackback elsewhere no matter what. Like, Thermocrane's just got 2 6/6 flyers and I'm a 9.
He wants to secure those at least third place points.
Oh, yeah. All the time.
This is that commander versus mentality.
Uh...
Or he could force Esper to have it. Maybe he was lying this entire time.
Nah. I believe him about the sudden spoiling. You can take that one out of his hand. You are more than welcome. I'm just going to take Beansa out and then be on my way and let you two fight.
Let them fight.
You know, Beansa, I'm going to knock you out. I'm going to get knocked out and we can go start a new pod with cool people. Right?
Pick up your toys and go elsewhere.
Yeah, exactly. We don't need your stinking multiple dragons and Gitrog land nonsense.
I'm thinking I need to cut the land count in this deck now.
Yeah? What do you got, like 39?
38, I think. And that was all I saw pretty much all game. You guys saw literally every permanent and spell that I drew. My hand was all lands. Yeah, we're on 38.
Oh, God.
Zap. He zapped me. If I could give any spell split second, what would it be?
They need a split second life gain card.
Do they have a split second tutor?
I don't think so.
I could see a tutor for like 6. Yeah, a split second life gain spell would be kind of neat. No blocks. I am now at 1. Oh, any existing spell?
Sphinx tutelage.
Sphinx's tutelage.
Sure, why not?
That seems a little broken for a split second. Maybe. I don't know.
Sphinx's tutelage, just so you can get the enchantment into play?
Well, if he keeps DCing, I won't have to break through the fogs. I'll just have him time out and win.
Yeah, until I drive it go insane.
Right.
Well, at the same time, though, he's put himself into a precarious situation now because he either uses it on you to prevent the dragons from flying over and killing them, or he hopes that you kill Jeremy so that way Jeremy doesn't kill him.
Shrug.
I mean, he knows I haven't had the power to kill, in theory, both of them this turn.
Right.
Just
so
like Mulligan.
he pretty much has to use it, but I'm saying with him swinging out, he's left himself open to Jeremy.
Yeah. But then if he has 2, if he has constant and stance sudden spawn, then we at least get one of them out of his hand.
Right.
Any card could have split second on it.
Which opponent is he choosing?
Here you go, Jeremy.
Yay! I have a thing left in my hand after I die. See, we're playing a cool commander. I am playing a cool commander. Vaevictis. Something that currently exists. Add split second to it.
One of the extra turn spells would be funny.
That's actually what I was thinking.
No, please no.
But like one of the ones that's not very good, that people don't play very much. Like what was the Corset one that was like 5 or 6? That was like take an extra turn after this one, but like also shuffle and everything and draw 7 or whatever. Or maybe it cost way more than that. It was a mythic. I might be misremembering it.
You're talking about the Time Sparrow or the Time Twister reprint from back in the
But it was like it cost a bunch.
Yeah, I think it was only like 5 or 6.
Yeah, I think it was 5 or 6, something like that. Time Reversal, that might be it.
No, I was thinking we should put it on Expropriate.
Yeah, that card's not good enough. Not at all. 3 blue, sorcery. Each player shuffles their hand and graveyard into their library and draws 7 cards. Exile Time Reversal. Maybe something like that. No, there was another take extra turn card that I'm blanking on.
That seems pretty good.
Even something like Time Warp. That's like 5.
I think even Karn's Temporal Sundering would be fine, to be honest, too.
Yeah.
Since it requires a legendary creature or planeswalker.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be interesting. Time Stretch? Jeez.
No, Time Stretch would be a little much.
Yeah, that'd be a little obnoxious. Yeah, with the 2 extra turns. Nexus of Fate might be too good too, because it's an instant.
Yeah, and it shuffles back in.
Yeah.
No, the reason I said Karn's too is because it exiles itself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true too.
You can recur it either. It's gone after you use it.
Yeah.
So I got lucky and I picked up a box of Korean M19 the other day.
Oh, nice.
I'm sorry, not Korean, Russian.
Even better, because Korean is nice, but not quite as good as most of the other foreign. But most foreign, I'm pretty okay with. That's a lot of dragons. Constant Mist! Well, it wasn't sudden spoiling.
Yeah, we knew he had that one too, though.
I did not. I completely forgot he had that.
The mists, they are constant.
Oh yeah, constant mists. All day long.
Could Derek actually come back and win this one?
Probably.
I'm trying.
With constant mists.
I mean, yeah, Constant Mist is just really good.
Ugh.
I mean, when Consummate says draw a card on it, that just makes it even dumber.
Yeah. To be honest, this is probably one of the longest matches I've been in with you guys.
Yeah, it's been kind of a long one. You gonna make me sad?
Don't make me break through 20 fogs. Help a brother out. Just saying.
Or you could just dome him with all of them.
He could. It's completely possible.
Hey, look.
That's the thing.
Oh, that's a bummer.
I mean,
I've been saying I've had that card all along.
I had to make you burn it either way.
you cast it on my creatures. So
Yeah,
now
you cast on your creatures, so when your ship
now
dies,
yeah,
you don't get a bullet.
now I don't get the Omnath triggers.
Yeah.
Well, Boo earns.
Or it could have been funny and cast it on you, so that way the Ruse didn't trigger, period.
Yep. Could have done that too.
Because that would have opened up your board then, too, if Jeremy decided he wanted to swing in.
It's true. I just wanted him to go at least one shield down.
Nice.
I like that card.
Yeah, that card's pretty okay.
I'm really hoping you have another hasty creature somewhere in your hand, Jeremy.
All Jeremy's creatures are hasty.
Yeah, I'm just hoping one of his three, more creatures. Shields are down for him to get in some damage against the flood machine or the fog machine, the fog bank.
It's true. But why would I want to do that?
What's he gonna eat?
Well, let's blow up that thing. It's not what I wanted.
Gonna admit, didn't know that was in budget.
Yeah, there's a lot of cards that just randomly got into budget. Oh hey, what's on top of my library?
Marin's not in budget, is it?
I don't believe so.
No, I don't think so. I think I was going to put that in a deck. Can't remember.
Mud Darkins.
Ha, rar. Those are zeros.
Why don't you just tap out? What's the worst that could happen?
I get hit with a bunch of dragons, but
No, not you.
I'm
Not
just
you.
I'm just expecting that at every turn, which is why I'm just doing whatever I want to do, not rather than stuff that's going to keep me alive. Kind of like, whatever.
Just live your best, albeit limited life.
Right? I'm gonna die my way. Playing the cards I want to.
All this because I'm misplayed.
Sorry, I'm just doing some math in my head. Sorry.
It's okay. We've been expecting you just to be disconnected.
Yeah, that too. Alright, I'm just gonna go for it, and you guys, if I die, then I die. If I don't, I'm disconnecting so much. I
Alright,
don't
so that
care.
card on the stack means time to yield through this turn.
Yeah. Feel like that's gonna be bad.
Torment?
Oh god. That would be fantastic. Yeah, I'm always on the dirtily plan. That's just how I play Magic. That's a lot. Yep.
So I'm in for 20?
Let's see.
Yield. Yasby, I'm going to be hyped for Gen Con. I'll be there. Work in the Ultra Pro booth.
I'm sad because unfortunately I'm not going to be able to make it now.
No?
Yeah, my girlfriend doesn't want me deadhead driving from Michigan down there for a one day
Oh, yeah.
without my buddies, and my buddies backed out, so I have nobody to drive with to keep me awake.
I still have to choose, even though I say 3 life.
Yeah. I honestly have no idea if this is enough to kill Therma King, but I'm disconnecting so much that I just want to go out either way.
Yeah, I'll be going up on Tuesday because I'm going to help him set up the thing on Wednesday, and then I'll be there Wednesday through Sunday, coming back on Monday.
Pretty sure this is enough, because even with 6 cards in hand, he's only got 8 things he could have gotten rid of. So that's 12 triggers. It's 36.
Yeah, but also stuff on the battlefield too.
Right. I think you had, 6 cards in hand and 2 things on the battlefield?
Uh-oh. I hear a dog. Might be puppy stream time. I'm already dead. Stop making me sacrifice things. That doesn't make any sense. Torment.
Well, how low can you go,
Bullock is
Jeremy?
rubbing it in.
Here. I've clicked the correct button. Yay!